Well, there's a new kid on the block in the world of hand planes, and that is the Melbourne Tool Company out of Australia. When I first heard about them, I knew I had to check them out, so we contacted them and they graciously sent us this kit that you can purchase online. And I want to make it clear that they have no expectations of what I'm to say or my opinions. They have no input. They do not see this video before it's posted. But we're going to take a look at these. I've not even opened the boxes. So we're going to open the boxes and take them apart and evaluate them and put them to use and see if they're a decent contender to be considered for your shop. Let's take a look at this low-angle jack plane from Melbourne Tool Company. I've not had this out of the box yet, so I'm curious what it looks like. As with all their planes, they ship in a box that's got this custom fit foam insert. And that's also great for storage if you don't use your hand plane very often. It's a great place to keep the plane stored and keep it from damage. So they've got some rust protective paper on here. And as I remove that, I'm not seeing any rust at all, which is a good sign, of course. And I also appreciate the fact that they don't put a heavy coating of oil or grease on here to keep it from rusting during shipment. So all I'm going to do is just give it a light wipe with a solvent to remove any remaining film before I put it to use. I like the choice of lighter woods for the knob and tote. I think it just looks great. Let's check it to make sure that the sole and the sides are square. So if I check in various locations, I'm actually very impressed with this one so far. Yep, that's pretty great, which is a testament to the quality of machining. What I'm also impressed with is the thickness of the castings. Unlike some post-World War II Stanley planes where they were trying to save on costs and make the castings much thinner, these have got some weight to them, which I appreciate, and which you want in a hand plane so that it helps make the cut through the wood. You want that extra weight and momentum as you cut. This plane is a jack plane, so it would obviously be good for a shooting board on its side, which is another reason why I checked to make sure that the sole and the sides were square. Like their other planes, it features a cam-style adjuster for the mouth opening. So as I move that cam, it adjusts the size of that mouth opening. I'm not terribly impressed with this mechanism on any plane, but this one seems to be well machined and pretty smooth. And quite frankly, I rarely change the mouth opening. I set it for a thin shaving and let it go at that. Taking it apart, got a steel lever cap here. Their blades are made of M2 steel, and this one does have a little bit of oil on it. So M2 steel I'm not terribly experienced with, so I'm kind of anxious to see how easy it is to sharpen and how well it holds an edge. Because some of these harder steels make it more difficult to sharpen. But the advantage is they do hold an edge longer. Looking at the bed of the plane, it looks well machined, and this is a low angle plane, which means that the bed angle is machined at a 12-degree angle. And the plane ships with a standard 25-degree bevel, which means that the 25 degrees plus the 12 degrees equals a low angle plane, which is more suitable for shooting through end grain. Nice thing is they also make available plane irons of a couple different angles. We have a 38 degree here and a 50 degree here. So if I put a 38 degree iron in a plane with a 12 degree bed angle, that mostly resembles the angle of attack for a conventional or a standard bench plane, bevel down bench plane. 50 degree angle iron is more suitable for grains, wood grains that are very wild and go in all directions and you want more of a scraping action. This 50 degree iron would be more suitable. So in essence, you get 3 hand planes and storage space for one body. So if you're willing to take the time to change out blades as you need to, this becomes a pretty good value. You don't need to have 3 different planes set for 3 different purposes. The adjustment on here is a Norris style adjuster, meaning that as you turn the knob, it adjusts the blade in or out. And if I move it laterally, it changes the angle of the blade in relation to the sole of the plane. So you want to use this to keep that cutting edge parallel to the sole of the plane for a straight cut. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with this actually. I'm kind of anxious to sharpen up these blades a little bit and put it to use. We'll see how it goes. A jack plane really is a jack of all trades. For small work pieces, it acts great as a jointer. You can use it as a smoother. And this plane in particular has got a nice heavy casting, and I appreciate the mass and how it helps push the plane through the cut. I think this one's going to be a good one, and it's going to earn a place in my shop.